Hello everyone, Kel back here with the Dollar Tree journal challenge that I set for myself. I put my supplies in this box. This is a rub-on that is from the Dollar Tree. And these are some stickers from the Dollar Tree that my sister gave me. This one was so sticky that it stuck onto this clear piece of paper, so I need to put that over there so it doesn't stick on anything, but I thought this would be a cool piece of ephemera to put in there. I did save packaging because I might use some of the packaging for some of the ephemera. And then I've got my napkins here. And so this is the packaging that I was thinking of working on today as some ephemera pieces. And then I also have the folder here, the folders that I was using. That ribbon, another napkin, the stamps. So here's our cover so far. And it's all glued in pretty good. I might, like I said, I might staple these, let's see, just to make sure it stays in. Because I do want to put some stuff in there and I don't want it coming undone. I just use tacky glue to glue it in, or that Crayola tacky glue. I can't remember now. You might remember if you watched the video before this. And then, yeah, so we got a good start on the cover, so I'm going to put that aside. And then I have this fabric and another half of the file folder, which I might do something with. I did put this blue napkin on that cover, so I might use that as some ephemera. And then I haven't decided yet if I'm going to use these as pages or just what, so we'll put that aside too. As far as pages, what I'm thinking right now, this was a sketchbook that I took the cover off of from the Dollar Tree, so all these papers were $1.25. I just dipped it in some rusty water that I had, and then I let it dry in the sun, so it's got some cool messy parts. If you wanted to have more of plain paper or flattened paper, then you probably wouldn't want to dye it that way. But and this originally was perforated paper, so I'm going to see how well they still tear out after I dyed them. And it's kind of got the consistency of like a mix between drawing paper and construction paper, but I really like the color of it, and I think it'll go good with the blue cover. So I'm not going to work on pages today. I will keep a piece of that out in case I want to use it in some of my ephemera. So usually I make the page. Oh, this is cool. This is the a piece from the spine of the notebook. Huh. So that would be good. Anyway, I usually put some of this stuff. I usually put the pages in first. Sorry, I was just trying to think of what I was thinking. Okay, think of what I was thinking. All right, so let's see where we're gonna start. I think I'm gonna get some of the packaging out and put everything else over here to the side, and then we're just gonna make some things. We're gonna make some pockets and some tags and some journaling cards. And let me get my little paper cutter. And we'll just put this to the side. I'm kind of curious whether this will like punch out with a shape or something. And then I'll still have this pocket here that I could do something with as well. But I think I'll do that later. So let's start with just getting some of these. This one I like as is. I'm just gonna trim some of these down. So I hope you guys are having a good day, a good summer. It's not quite summer as far as the calendar, but it is going to be. The first day of summer is on Friday. No, Thursday. So I'll just keep these scraps for now until I decide whether I really want them. Maybe I'll just fold this one like that, and it can be a cool pocket. And then let's just cut some of these pieces down into like 2.5 inches. And I don't mind, I folded them so they fit in that box. You can cut that this way so you can. These can make cool tabs or tag toppers. So that's why I'm not getting rid of them quite yet. And I can still use this piece. This one had the sticker on it, so it's a little slicker. I think I won't use that. I'll throw that. I'll recycle that. This would make a nice giant. Let's see. This one, I think I'm gonna actually save it for like a page, because this would make a cool, like, cool fold-out page. So I think I'll keep that for a page. Put that aside with the page stuff. And then let's see this one. What do we want to do with this one? It has some stickery stuff on it. Let's see how big this is. So it's almost 12 inches. So let's cut it in half at about 6 inches. That's 4. And I'm just going to guesstimate that. Well, I don't have to guesstimate because I have a ruler. All right. There, that's about 6. Still going to guesstimate. All right. And then that will make a cool. Let's see. I think I'll make these into squares. So 3-inch squares, because I saw a video where the person made, I think it was Pink Monarch Studios. I don't know. I'll link it in below if I remember. And then, anyway, they were making corner pockets. So that would be fun to cut some of these into triangles. I think with this one, again, I'm going to leave it like that and see what I can make with that. So let's just put these aside for now. So you can either, let's do some mask making with these corner pockets first, because I think that's just a good idea. You could start out, I think I'll just leave them on the white side because they will be a good substrate. We could start out with some napkin. Let's see. I think I will do that on some of them. And like I said, I'm gonna probably use some non-Dollar Tree tools. So we got some. Okay, and you can use this part too. This is cool because there's like kind of a faint outline. So I'll keep that piece. I don't think there's another layer on this. Let me double check. Nope. Okay, that's fine. All right. So I think I'll use some of my matte medium. I did fill up my little container from the Dollar Tree with the different gessos. That was fun. And then I'm just gonna put that here. This one is a glossy one, so I might on another one switch over to, tell you what, I'm going to use this as my thing so I don't get glue on my folder too much. Okay. Let's turn it over. And maybe you can see a little better. All right, so I'm making a little bit of a mess, but that's all right. I like to make messes. All right. So there's a brush that I want to use for this. Here we go. It's my matte medium brush. Look at that. I am somewhat organized. I know it because I put MM on it, on a piece of tape. Okay, so just kind of getting this going here, and let's go ahead and put this one on here first. And then this one will dry a little glossy, but that's okay. I think that looks cool. And then this one will just just a little. Put a little more on there. Okay. And then we'll let these set up and dry. Put a little bit more glue on there. And you could use just watered down white glue from the Dollar Tree. Also, Dollar Tree does sell Mod Podge, but I'm not really a big fan of Mod Podge, so I don't like the scent of it that much. Okay. So then on these two, let's use the bluish napkin. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with this glossy finish since I've got it here. And you know, if it's too glossy, I can always tone it down with some white gesso, which I might do. We'll see. I'll just put them on randomly. So I like having, I don't always do this, but every once in a while I do like having like a coordinated journal. So the Dollar Tree journals, I think, lend themselves to that because you can get several things, you know, in a color palette or a theme, especially since they sell, you know, seasonal. All right, that's not gonna work. Let's see. There we go. And then anyway, because they sell seasonal items, you could, you know, have your spring, summer, winter, Halloween, Christmas theme journals very simply because you have the seasonal sales stuff. So, because I think this napkin came from it being, you know, kind of summer and tropical and all that. So let's just, again, can let this dry. Since I didn't get all the way the edges, that's okay. I'll just probably either ink it up or put some gesso around the edges. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So let's just let that dry. And let's move on to another piece here. Let's work on, I had 2 tag type pieces. Like here, move this up a little bit. So let's try doing some of the rub-ons on this and see how that looks as a background. So, and I still don't really have the right tool. Let's see, what else do I have over here? Do I have a bone folder? Yep. Let's try a bone folder. And again, I'm not trying to get these on here precisely. I'm just trying to get that kind of distressed look. And this is the first layer, so I may end up covering it with some stuff. The other cool thing about this this particular rub-on is that because it's on this kind of tissue paper, you can also just glue this down. Let's see, I'm gonna just glue it with a glue stick. And then, yeah, on the back side of these tags, I could just put some of that dyed paper, so that way we could have a nice blank writing spot on the back. So let's do that. This one is blank, but I'm gonna, just to keep them consistent again, I'm gonna knock things around. Put some of this paper on there on the back. So I like doing things in, what do you call it? Stages. Because like right now I'm thinking, okay, what what do I have in front of me, what supplies do I have, and what works for this layer and that layer. You know, I potentially usually prefer to have kind of a neutral layer for the backgrounds. Not always, but that way you can build up on the layer. And then I'm not really trying to get a whole piece of paper on here, because as I was tearing it and not getting it to the right size, that's what gave me the idea that I could put something else along here. So like maybe just a little, where did that go? An extra piece of napkin. Here it is. Just a little piece of this napkin could go on here too. And again, that ties everything together. And you can still write over this if you want, by just adding a little bit of gesso or something over top of the blue part to get it to kind of fade back into the background. Okay, so that's fun. It's getting there. So this side's got the faded tissue paper. This side has the faded rub-ons. And I was just thinking what might be cool for this one is to put some clear gesso on it, because then it'll give it some texture. And I'm gonna get a different brush for that. Let's use this one. I'm gonna get a little wet so the bristles don't get gummed up. If you get your bristles wet before you put a medium on them, it helps to keep them from getting all gunked up. So, and then why not? Let's just put a little bit over here. Okay. So those two can dry now. Put those down here for now. And let's see what we have next. We have this. I think this would make a cool like tag. So let's think about what we want to cover this with. I have this pink. I like this one. I want to try some of this for a background. So we'll see. Maybe today we'll just get the backgrounds done, and then I'll put a couple layers on some of them, but not all of them probably today. We'll see how it goes. Again, you could paint this first. You could put something over the words if you don't want them to show. I like that it says paper flower, so I'm gonna leave that there. And I like that little origami guy, so they'll kind of peek through a little bit. Right. But the rest I'm gonna cover up. Now I have a whole nother box of Dollar Tree things that I collected that I haven't shown you yet, so those may come into play as we get further along in this process. Here's my gel medium. I'm gonna again just cover this whole thing up and then let it dry, and then decide what I want to do with it next. And you don't have to make tag shaped corners. You can also just leave it all rectangle, or you could corner around the whole thing. So we've always got lots of options. So I'll let that dry. And I'm gonna pull this up here, this file folder that I already prepped with it's got some medium on it. And let's just tear this down, because I want to use some of this on this tag right here. I'm gonna make this into a pocket. So on the background, again, I'm just going to put some of this paper. Just glue it down. And I'm even going to cover up that hole for right now because I don't know if I want to use that. But if I change my mind, I can punch it out or cut a different kind of hole there. I'm not going to worry about backing this one because basically it's going to be a pocket that goes on a page, so I'll just glue it onto the page. Okay. Okay, we're getting all kinds of good stuff going on here. These are still drying. All right, so we got that part, and then let's figure out which part of this we want to use. Put this down. Folding it in half because I think this would be a good tab to use on a page, so I don't want to use that for the pocket part. And then I just screw here. So I glued that on there. Okay. And just glue this up. Of course, you could sew around this pocket, or you can just glue it. I'll probably just end up gluing it. Turn it over and just trim it with my ruler. So since I have the distressed papers, even though that the cover looks pretty smooth and modern right now, I'm kind of, my mind is going towards a more distressed look, and so I'll be able to add some things to the cover eventually to give that a little bit more of that look as well too. So here we have a pocket. Then what do we have left? We have 2 more pieces left. This guy and this guy. I kind of actually like this, so I think I'm going to leave that. And do I want to... put something on here, I think. On one of my rub-ons. So I like this one. So let's just put this as kind of an overall pattern. I think this might, I don't know what this is going to be yet. I have no idea. It's not really a tag. It's not really a pocket, but we'll see. Might be just a tip-in. Could basically make it into like a page that tips into the book. Yeah, definitely this bone folder is much better than an end of a scissors or whatever. And I've already used some of this, so that's cool. I have this leftover piece. And again, I'm not worrying about some of it not coming up because I like that look of it kind of being distressed. Okay. So there we go. And that looks cool. And then actually, I was thinking about maybe I will make it into kind of like a pocket tag or something. So let's get some other kind of glue. All right, we'll just do with this and see what happens. That's probably not exactly here. Let me do that a different way. Let's go this way instead. Okay, and then put that in there. And all these pieces can be used to punch out or on a different, for some collage to keep the theme going. All right, so I like that. And just make sure the pocket stays open. Okay, very cool. Okay, so we got 2 pockets. We still haven't done anything with this guy. Let's cover the back of it with, what do I want to cover it with? Even though I said I might use this one, I don't know. All right, we'll just do it and then see what happens. How about that? It can't hurt. It's a one-off. It's in the right color family, but it's not really the same design or the same vibe as everything else. But that never kept me from putting something in my journal before. So we will do it and see what we think. So, okay, where's my gesso? There's my other stuff. Ooh, okay, that was a lot. That's plenty. And my brush was a little wet, but that's okay. That'll spread it out easier. And then just plop it down. Technical term, plopping. Okay, and then I think, you know, I'm already thinking ahead, like if I think this is too stark or too much of a contrast with everything else, then I will go ahead and push back with some gesso or something. Okay. Okay, and let's just go ahead and put it over on the other side. Why not? Move that back up. And then I'm just gonna leave this loose, and then I can tear it off if I want to when it's dry. So we'll just let this dry. Let's not get it stuck there. Let that dry. Okay, so let's kind of review what we have so far. Let me clean up my space here a little bit. Put some things away. Before I go to the next layer, I like to do that because it just gets kind of overwhelming if everything's still kind of around. I mean, you know, you can go whichever way you like to go, but it just helps me to kind of clear my thoughts and pause before I go on to the next thing. All right, I'm gonna put those away for now. Put my glue away. I saw someone using this cool thing for tacky glue. It's not a Dollar Tree thing, but you put your glue in like that, and it's cool. Keeps your glue flowing. All right, so let's just pick up some of our scraps. Make a pile right here. So all this, I'm not going to throw this away yet, but it might go in the bin. You never know. It's just, I have plenty of resources as far as napkin fodder, so you can keep that to an extent, and then see how this is going. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely kind of dry and glossy. This one's still a little damp. So let's try to get these to come apart. So these are our corners that we started with. And move that. Okay. So let's just leave this for a minute. Let it dry off too. Okay. And that's some more left over of that folder, so we'll put that over here for something. And let's see what we got left here of things that we could use to embellish. So I still have these leafy green things, which I like. And this plastic bag, I'll make it into something. I'm gonna put that over here for later. I've got these cool things. These might, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet. I'm gonna put them up here. We got some more. We've got the rub-ons. We still have some fabric, which for this I'll probably like cut a strip to put on some of the tags. So let's just rip that right now. It won't necessarily show the whole space person, but it still will be in the color family. So we'll put that over here and then save the rest for another project. One cool thing would be to like fussy cut one of these things out. Okay, scraps. So yeah, I'm done with napkins for now. Still have a little bit more of this stuff left. Okay, and then I have these stamps, which I'll open. And I'm thinking about what I want to do next. So, there's a couple things you can do with these stamp things. If you have another way to store them, you can actually use these clear things, you know, too, to make like a embellishment on there. Use them kind of like a acetate feature. So just thought of that. And just gonna kind of rip this off. And let's just work on making one little corner pocket, and then I'm gonna let the other stuff, or I will make two since I can cut this in half, and let these things dry. And then I'll make some more pockets with those later. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll do the corner pockets, and then we're gonna leave the rest of the stuff for another time, and I'll be back. So let's just finish this up, and then I will say goodbye after that. All right, so I'm just gonna cut from corner to corner. Of course, the glue's still a little wet, so. And then like where this is coming up, you can always put a little more glue on it. I don't really have any kind of thing that you can color with from Dollar Tree, so I'm just going to use this woody pencil to kind of give this an edge, because I think it would be pretty to have kind of a blue edge there. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other one. Again, you could sew around these, you could stamp on them. You could add some embellishment along here. So let's do that. Could put some of the same stuff on there. I don't think I want that. Decisions. Okay. Some of that. And I just thought about this. I can use some of this, even though it's oh, I think I forgot to take no, I did. I don't know. Did I take the layer off? Okay, it's all right. But anyway, I'm just going to use this as kind of like a faux washi tape thing here. And bunch it up. And then use one of these for a little embellishment. And then if you had like a word sticker or something, you could add a word sticker here too. But I don't have that right now. So trim that off. And there you have a cute little pocket. So once I get more of this ephemera made, I will come back with the journal made and also put the ephemera into the book. I was thinking, do I want to put something like this under here? Kind of. Nah, I don't like that. Okay. Let's try. Where's that? What would look good on here? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this out. I'll end up, because I don't have my stamp pads right here, so I don't really want to bother with getting that out right now. And I'm just gonna fussy cut around this a little bit. And doesn't really show up with that green, even though the green would be pretty behind there. Okay, and then let's just staple this. Trim it down. Add some blue again. I actually think I want to put blue on this side too. And it'll show up better on the page. All right, so we got our little coffee cup one and our little lucky 4-leaf clover one. Let's put one more little staple right there. And there. And you could always back this so that your stuff doesn't get stuck when it goes into the pocket, but I'm not going to do that right now. So here we go. That's it, guys. It was a fast and furious ephemera making. Let's see what we made. We got, or what we have started. So we have 3 more bases that could either be corners or just squares of some sort to use in the book. We have 2 mini tags that could go in the pockets. We have a bigger pocket and another bigger pocket. And I think that's it. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things. So, and we still have more materials, but 9 is actually probably pretty good for this project. Yeah, I'm just chitter chattering away over here and going to put that glue on there so this one will be ready. And you guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time.